Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Today's video is going to be about the makeup products that I use every single day. And I hope that from this video you can get some ideas or maybe even some new makeup products that you can add to your daily makeup as well. Alright, so currently my makeup products are in this little bag here, and as you can see I can pretty much fit everything inside that I use every single day because I know that these products are going to work for me. I'm going to get the best look in my everyday look without the stress of having to decide what to wear, what color combination, what items to use, and I just know that I can count on these products. So I don't always keep them in this bag, but the reason why they're in the bag is because I've been traveling recently, so for the most part I just kind of leave them on my countertop and then I just reach for them. So that's what I generally do, but I also needed to haul them over here to make this video, so I just kind of left them in the bag. First thing is my lotion, and this one is empty. Like dunzo, zip, nada, there's none. But, excuse me, inside is, oh, I don't know, it's kind of, you can't really see, it's like a clear bottle. But inside is the Clinique Moisture Surge lotion, and this has been one of my go-to lotions for the last couple of years. I want to say maybe like at least 2 years. And I always repurchase this. It's really nice and moisturizing throughout the summer and winter months, so I don't feel, it's really light too, so I don't feel like in the summertime it's too thick, and then also in the wintertime it keeps my skin pretty moist for the most part, moisturized for the most part. And then after I moisturize my face, I give it a few seconds to dry, and then I also make sure to moisturize my lips. So right now I'm using the Laneige Special Care Lip Sleeping Mask, and I use this throughout the day, okay? Well, for the most part I don't always carry it with me, but I have done that where I'll carry it with me if I need to repurchase like a smaller lip balm of some sort or chapstick, and I've ran out. I've used this on a daily basis as well, like throughout the day, and I love it. Before using this lip mask and a couple of others that I've tried out now, my lips would get so dried, and I would drink a lot of water, but it would still be really dried. So I am just in love with this, and it usually wears for a good couple of hours. Like I can tell my lips are pretty moisturized for a good amount of time, I don't know, probably the same thing. So yeah, I've already used half of it, and it's been a year now since I've had this, and I'm only halfway done with the bottle, and I use it every day. So like most of the time I use it every night, and then also every morning when I am doing my makeup. So I love this product. So after moisturizing my face, I apply my foundation. I totally skip out on like a primer, a face primer of some sort, or a toner, just because I've tried a couple over the last few years, and I feel like right now I haven't found one that's super substantial or has made a huge difference in my makeup routine. So I just jump straight into the foundation, and let's be honest, if I'm doing my makeup every day, time is of the essence, so I don't always have time to put a primer on, tone my face, do the whole shebang. So usually that's more so for like special occasions. But yes, right now I'm using the Chanel Ultra Wear Flawless Foundation, and I am, a little side note, a foundation connoisseur, okay? I don't eat the foundation, but I love trying different types of foundations, so I will always, most of the time, like 99% of the time, okay, I always switch out my foundations. So if I finish a bottle, I always try and look for a new one. If I can't find anything or there's nothing on the market that I'm really interested in, I kind of go back to my go-tos. But this is my first time using this one, and so far I've really enjoyed it, and I currently have it on my face right now. Alright, so after applying foundation, I give it a few seconds to kind of settle in, but for the most part the foundation dries pretty quickly. Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation, I go between NC35 and NC30. It really just depends on my foundation or how I feel like wanting my skin to come off as, if I'm taking pictures, if I'm not taking pictures. It's a whole thing. But for the most part, I use the NC35, especially right now because my foundation is a little bit lighter, but it's not like a huge difference. All right, so after setting my face, I go straight into the eyebrows so that I can frame my face. And for the longest time, I have been using the Maybelline Expert Wear little pencil. And I just love this pencil. The only color that I use is blonde, and I have it on my eyebrows right now. And it actually doesn't, it comes off like a brown, like a light warm tone brown. So I've been using it for years. I love it. I've obviously tried other eyebrow pencils in between, or eyebrow products, but this is just like the easiest one to use and the one that's the easiest to apply. Sometimes it's like made out of wax too, or there's wax in it. So sometimes it can get a little waxy and then the color doesn't apply as well. But I just make sure to sharpen mine every time I'm gonna use it. And because it's drugstore, it's a pretty decent price and you get two. So I always go to this one if I'm doing my everyday makeup. So it's hassle-free and I don't have to worry about getting my eyebrows perfect because I know I can count on this little Bella. After I do my eyebrows, I go ahead and prime my eyes, and I'm using the Urban Decay Original Eye Primer Potion, Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I've been using this one for years. I actually don't know how it feels like to not use it because I've used it so much. I've tried other primers and they just aren't as consistent for me and haven't worked as well. Plus, this one little bottle lasts me forever because you don't need that much. This is actually the travel size. So after priming my eyes, I go right into the eyeshadows, and this is probably the best part about my makeup routine because I don't know what other people are doing, but for the most part in the past, I used to have colors in different palettes that I liked and preferred. So I would always have to carry like 2 to 3 different palettes. So this last fall, I believe, or maybe it was like closer, maybe it was summer or fall, I just told myself I need to make my process a lot easier for myself and just get all of the eyeshadows in one palette that I really enjoy, or like a solid palette that I can count on. And let me tell you, this is the one. So this right here, ooh, there's a glare, is just a MAC palette. I actually built this palette myself, and they're all made up of just matte colors. So I am a person that I just prefer matte eyeshadows because I feel like for the most part, they're a lot more vibrant. And so when you're taking photos and, you know, you're outside, inside, there's no glare and not that much shimmer. And so I just like doing matte colors. So this is my palette and they're all pretty much browns and nude colors. But as you can see, I use a lot of them. Like this white one right here is pretty much gone, almost. And then all of the browns have been touched, and then I always use a black as well to do the cut crease that I wear all the time. And then the only caveat is that one, the palette's a little bit tinier, and I did that on purpose because I didn't want to buy colors that I wasn't going to use every single day. But I do love this is, I know the name of this, soft brown. I'm like, what's the name? Soft brown. So ever since Jaclyn Hill made that video about soft brown being her go-to like blending color, I have never used a different blending color. So it doesn't matter what palette I'm using, I'm always blending with the soft brown. Of course, I use other neutral colors to blend as well, but this is like heaven. This is the blending color. They shouldn't even call it soft brown. It should just be the blending color or blending color or #1 blending color. I don't know. After doing my eyeshadow, I jump right into my eyeliner here, and I carry a pencil liner because I kind of just line my eyes first with a pencil, and then I go into my liquid eyeliner. I go right over that. Currently, so the pencil liner, I just use a Wet n Wild, and this is like 98 cents, so super affordable. And yeah, I know it's an extra step, But for me and like my eyeshadow or eyeliner, I have to do like a rough draft. I don't have to, but I'm just so used to it, and it really helps me make my makeup process, or make my process a lot quicker. So that's why I use a pencil first, and then I go in with my liner. So I'm still using the Maybelline waterproof liquid eyeliner, and the only reason why I'm still using this is because I cannot, for the life of me, find a dupe or something new or different that I loved as much, or I love as much as this one. I am a little bit sad, okay, very sad, because Maybelline changed their formula, and it's like, it's not matte anymore. It used to be so matte and dark, and it's still waterproof, super duper waterproof, which I love, but it's so shiny now. It applies so shiny and shimmery that whenever you're taking photos or whatever, there's always a glare. And that was one thing that I loved about this before, was that it was so matte that it looked like you were wearing a super high-end eyeliner, and that's just not the case anymore. I'm really sad, and I can't find anything else to replace it. So yes, I still use it for the fact that it's super waterproof, and when I cry, it doesn't like drip all over my face. And the next thing is my MAC Pro Long Concealer. So after I do all of that, I go ahead and I apply my concealer, and this just helps give additional coverage. So I really like doing this stuff as well. But yeah, I have a lot of freckles like right under my eyes here, and then like on my cheeks, and depending on the weather and what season it is, I get a lot of freckles in the summertime. So sometimes it takes longer for them to go away. So depending on where my freckles are, I usually just place it like right under the eyes, kind of like here in my T-zone area. And so, or like if I'm gonna be taking photos or anything and I want like super heavy coverage, I kind of apply like a lot more, but for the most part I kind of just dab it right under the eyes and then T-zone, and then I'm good to go. And then I go in with my Hoola bronzer, and then I just kind of contour the side of my face, around my face, and a little bit around the nose area. Not much to say there. And then also Dandelion, I use this for my blush, and it's smaller than the bronzer, as you can see. The reason is because I find that when I'm using blush, I never use a lot of blush, so I never really run out of any of my blushes. Whereas like with my contour, I'm like getting it in there, girl. I'm like, you need a contour. So yeah, I run out of contour quite a bit. After I've applied all of my makeup, I go back in one last time with my face powder just to kind of blend everything in, obviously minus the eyebrows and the eyes, but like for my face to make sure that everything's all blended and there's no harsh lines. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you want to see me again, then please subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video.